There Will Be Blood is a groundbreaking film in the literal sense and in the metaphorical sense. It's about an oil man.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I say I'm an oil man, you will agree.
Daniel Plainview's obsessed with finding oil, the black stuff. But in a way, the oil is a metaphor for comedy.
He's looking for pure comedy gold underneath these hills.
Daniel Plainview's with a guy who's shown up claiming to be his brother.
I came to find you.
And for the first time in the film, we start to see Daniel opening up a little bit.
100 miles of pipeline and
They've gone out prospecting for oil and they're just having a bit of banter on the beach.
So gather around, folks, because headlining tonight's comedy show is Daniel freaking Plainview.
We can eat and get some women.
take him to the Peachtree Dance.
He says, take him to the Peachtree Dance. Obviously a callback to something that happened in their life and is super funny. Unfortunately, Daniel's brother is not laughing. So Daniel's sweating it out on stage, so to speak. So he does what a classic stand-up comic would do, and he adds a little button onto what he's already said.
I say get liquored up and take him to the Peachtree Dance.
We're gonna get liquored up and then take him to the Peachtree Dance. And again, nothing.
Specificity is usually an excellent ingredient in jokes, but in this case, he's so embarrassed by this joke. He can't even show his face, which has now been repeated. Ooh.
I mean, his brother's got his head buried inside of his arms, and he just goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask any comic. That's the worst reaction you can ever get, is a, yeah.
I see the worst in people that way.
Daniel Plainview is one of cinema's most iconic creations. Much like Mel Gibson and M. Night Shyamalan's Signs.
Bacon.
Plainview, he tells this joke, but he's relying too heavily on his big, wacky personality, his bizarre shenanigans. It goes down really well in a lot of the other scenes. Hilarious. But here, it kind of falls flat. If you don't have the writing to support it, it's not gonna float.
You can almost see the gears turning in his head, and he's just trying to think, what went wrong with this joke? He's just desperately backtracking.
So that's not seawater that's all over Daniel Plainview's forehead. He's sweating it out. He's bombing hard. Daniel is clearly running through every angle of this joke.
He tries out all of these alternative lines, but nothing really hits home. It's painful to watch.
Get them drunk, take them to the Sycamore Waltz.
Yeah.
Let's get him wasted and take him to the Willow Jamboree.
Yeah.
Let's get pissed up and go to the Oak Shebang.
Yeah.
Let's get him trashed and take him to the Chestnut Jig.
Yeah.
Let's get a bit tipsy and go to the Fern Samba.
Yeah.
They say explaining a joke is like dissecting a frog. Well, Daniel is mutilating this frog right now.
And the reason this joke falls so flat is because the guy isn't even really the brother. The trouble with a referential joke like this is if the other person hasn't heard of the movie or the celebrity, or in this case, the dance, it's just not gonna work. There's no frame of reference there.
It's like he's trying to do an in-joke, but this guy is not in on the in-joke. You gotta read the room.
Daniel only has one option as a comedian. He's gotta kill, literally. I've seen comedians get back at hecklers before, but I've never seen anyone do quite what Daniel did. And right before the light leaves this guy's eyes for the last time, you can see a little glitter of understanding. The Peachtree Dance. And he's about to start cracking up, but it's too late.
Yeah, we'll take him to the Peachtree Dance.
Where my peaches at? Where my peaches at? Is this on?
You're out looking for oil, and your brother turns out to not be your brother, right? I mean, what's the deal with that? Isn't your family supposed to be forever?
Sorry, I guess some of these jokes need refining. You get it?
Oh, no, come on now.
All right, I don't come to where you work and knock dicks out your mouth.
You had no good humor if it came and hit you over the head. Or if it was underneath you all along like an oil well.
You can find me at the Chuckle Hut on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. Bring your friends, 2-drink minimum.
Let's imagine that this show is a milkshake, right?
Wednesdays, I'm mostly drilling for oil.
You have a milkshake and I have a straw, you see? You guys know where I'm going with this one, right?